Hi, my name is Rachel Fleischman. I am an artist and student at the University of North Florida, and this is my portfolio presentation. I was born and raised in West Palm Beach, Florida. I spent most of my time involved in the art community and documenting my stomping grounds through photography, from surf trips with friends to attending local art events. I attended a magnet arts high school where I truly discovered my passion for the arts, specifically photography. I currently reside in St. Augustine and am a student at the University of North Florida. As an artist, I am currently working a lot with mixed media and alternative photography processes. Living in North Florida has allowed me to be around a new artistic community and practice newfound passions for other media like filmmaking and drawing. I draw a lot of inspiration from photographers that documented musicians and the culture of the 1960s and 70s. The music I listen to is a big part of who I am, so naturally I became drawn to the personalities of these musicians. I have become so inspired by the existing archives of specific musicians, namely Patti Smith and Syd Barrett, and the way they portray a unique personality and display the culture of what was around them. I also draw inspiration from Richard Avedon, specifically his photographs from American West. I admire his focus on who he was photographing by using high-key lighting in a makeshift studio. When I'm working in the studio, I find myself referring to Richard Avedon and Joel Brodsky's work, specifically their lighting techniques and for model poses. The themes I have been interested in since the start of seriously creating work is experimentation and introspection, especially by adding my own writing. In creating work, I love to explore what I can do to further express my ideas, particularly through mixed media and collaging. More recently, I have been revisiting ideas, like what home means to me, that has coincided with my recent move to North Florida from South Florida. When creating collages and other mixed media work, my process generally involves working intuitively and expressing what I'm feeling in the current moment. It's based on my perspective on what is going on around me or the media I consume. The photographs I incorporate in my collages are often what I call throwaways, but I take these photographs and give them a new life by turning them into something more than just a straight photograph. So in 2019, I found myself resonating with the idea of home, what it meant to me, and how I wanted to express that through photography. I was in high school and surrounded by other artistic people in a creative environment. I began to document what was going on around me and ended up creating a body of work that is personal, timeless, and reflects the unique environment I was in and the people I was around. These photographs of my friends were taken at school, at the beach, and other places that will be familiar only to some. Looking back on my work from 2019 serves as inspiration for what I like to work with now. Due to being quarantined during the pandemic in 2020, I was in the bubble of my neighborhood and some close friends that live nearby. Despite the limitation of not being able to go out and shoot, I picked up collaging and immediately fell in love with the process. Working intuitively with old photographs, magazine clippings, and other materials, I found myself able to express ideas beyond just straight photography and create visual manifestations of my own introspective process. These collages became sort of a meditative technique, which further pushed me to create these mixed media pieces. As for my recent and current work, I began to look at collaging as a way of storytelling. I wanted the viewer to see my perspective of the person I was photographing. I started to explore alternative photography techniques and developing more intention behind the work I was creating. I began to explore different ways to present my work, as well as exploring more of what I liked in photography. I started to turn my focus towards people and capturing them as I saw them. I was interested in showing my own decision in capturing moments by presenting several images in one collage or presenting contact sheets as finished works. I also started to reflect on my older work in which I collaged from throwaway images, so more recently as I'm shooting, I take pictures with the intention of collaging. I also started to experiment with using different lenses and seeing what was being achieved, like creating more cinematic photographs from using a wide angle lens. Much of my recent work includes my friends in the surf community in South Florida. Over the past couple months, I've been commissioned to do films for friends who are sponsored by brands. This really got me into filmmaking and seeing that I can be so creative in this medium. Alongside working on films, I enjoy taking screen grabs from these films and making them into collages. Without planning, I ended up creating a whole sketchbook's worth of collages based on my friends in the surfing community in South Florida, with images taken on film or from videos I've created. This is where I am currently at now with my work, as it is something I'm still focusing on. I'm not sure whether I'll continue this or if it'll just stay as one body of work, but nonetheless, I am enjoying where I'm at right now with creating work. I know that collaging is something I'll continue to do in my art practice, but I am looking forward to continuing to explore different media and ways to express my ideas. This concludes my presentation. So, thank you to everyone who continuously supports me, my ideas, my work, as well as the wonderful, important people that make up my work. They truly make my work what it is, and I'm grateful to be able to create the work I do. I'm excited to continue my practice as I grow as an artist all the time. Thank you for listening to my portfolio presentation.